Well, hello, coffee time friends. How y'all doing? It is coffee time, and it is later than usual. But I just wanted a little something. So, I'm going to see if I can use this. I don't know. This is a spur of the moment, and it's just a, like, let's eat kind of thing. Mama says she ain't done with this mess. She's coming in here in a minute, though. She's fine. She's just ain't wanting bean burrito. That's what I'm wanting to fix. Just because she didn't want nothing. She had a late evening lunch, she said. Had her BLT. I'm going to put these leftover pinto beans right in this hot. That's a little olive oil in there. Now, I'm just draining a little bit of the juice out of these. Nothing major. Just going to drain a little bit of amount. How do y'all make yours? Tell us. And where are you watching from? Tell us that too. We love to read the comments and see where y'all are coming from. And I'm not going to make many. So the reason I got this little skillet out. And you don't want them completely dry. You just want them not wet and juicy. And right in there they go. I think if Mama said she ain't going to want many. She likes refried beans. She does like them. But I don't think she's going to want to eat this, she said, for supper again. I like them. And I like pinto beans, and I like refried beans, and I like bean burritos. Do you all order bean burritos at the most famous taco place? I do, because they're just good. They're really good. So let's move our stuff around here. Move it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to use you some more. So you want to drain them out some way with the spider, whatever you got. You can drain them various ways. And I don't mash them like I'm, I don't whip them up or anything, but I just give them a good mashing. Once I get them out and they get a little warm, they're really easy to mash. And it just don't look like a whole skillet of beans. They're hot, or they're going to get hot because that skillet's hot. These are already warmed up. Y'all, do y'all do yours this way? How do you do them? Give me some hints. I have fixed them this way forever. Don't even know if it's the right way. But it's the way that I'm used to them now. Who was it sung that song? If this ain't right, if this is wrong, I don't want to be right. That's how I feel about my refried beans. If this is wrong, I don't want to be right. I'll just be wrong. You talk about super simple suppers. Mama, what are you going to eat?
Oh, I don't know. I ate late.
Well, you can have some of these refried beans.
Oh, yeah.
It's got olive oil in it. That's what I like. That's hot, Mama. I accidentally turned it on too.
Oh, I'll get warm now.
She thinks it's a campfire. Okay, so it's got olive oil in it, and I'm going to put just a touch more because it's starting to get hot. That does give it a little flavor profile. I'm putting a little bit of this garlic paste in there. That gives it a little flavor profile. Gonna put about a good teaspoon in there.
Ooh.
Smells good, don't it, Mama?
It smells just like garlic.
Uh-huh. Yes, ma'am. Little salt, little black pepper. Can y'all see that? Mama, this tray. I don't like that. No, it's okay. Don't move it. Don't move it. I moved out my way. But every time we do a video, I have to fight with it.
It's just right in your way.
It's just big. We just need a smaller tray, maybe. Now I'm going to stir my garlic in there. This is not like clove garlic, so you don't have to worry about it burning. That's one thing I like about the paste. You get the flavor, but not the hassle. And I'm going to let those continue to cook down because even though I drained a lot of water out, I want a little bit more out of them. And they'll cook. Mama, don't let them burn.
Oh, I'm stirring.
Thank you for sliding all that around. I'm eating off the fancy china tonight, Mama, especially if you ain't going to eat. China. I even got sour cream out for you, Mama. The Let's drink some coffee. Good coffee. Let's come down here to the chore board and let's do a little chores. This must be half of a BLT tomato that Mama had. I'm just going to cut the end of it off here. Because I'm not going to... Mama, you going to eat or not? I need to know because I may dedicate 2 Roma tomatoes to this instead of just a half. Folks, this falls right under the category of quick and easy. And really, you can have this made in about the same... Well, I can have it made quicker than I can get to a drive-thru. Because I don't have one of those local places that I can just drive through and grab a bean burrito, come home and be happy. And I guess one thing that has taught is we do a lot of stuff ourselves because of that, because we're not used to having that quick and easy stop by. Well, we've got some fast food.
Turn it down.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
It's getting dry.
You can move it over here if it's too hot.
It's a little more.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I knew if you didn't stir, because I usually get all this prepped up and then just fix it up. But I just come through the door. Mama, or what are you going to do? I don't care, whatever you want. I don't. You've waited around half the night to come home, and I've eaten your BLT. Ain't that what you said, Mama?
Yep. I ate early. Or a little earlier.
Well, at what time did you eat, Mama?
I don't know. I never.
I bet it was 3:30 or 4 or...
My belly said, ooh, I'm hungry.
Ooh, she's hungry. Let's get something down there. Does your belly talk to you, Mama? My belly talks to me every morning. It says, John, we've talked it over. We've decided we need a cup of coffee. We don't care if it's 4 o'clock. We want our coffee. Get on up and get us some coffee. You coffee drinkers are out there going, yes, John, that's the same thing mine says to me. And we all understand each other. Don't we? Mm-hmm. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do double duty. Double duty on the onions, Mama.
Ooh, I reckon.
I'm going to put a few onions in the beans and let them cook a little bit. That too adds a little flavor. But then I want some good chunky raw ones on there too. Now I know you don't get this at the place unless you special order it. You might get it. I don't know. I don't never get them on
Put
mine.
my sweater on. You got that fan that's going.
Do y'all have your heat on at home?
Anybody that gets cold.
Do you guys have your heat on? I asked Mommy last night. I said, "Are we going to do heat till June?"
If I'm cold, I will.
And then just flip over to AC.
Oh no, about
Maggie. She's mad because her name's not in the title. I've decided that's what it is. She's probably been on Facebook when we went watching her, and she's like, "It's John and Momma. What about Maggie?" It makes sense. So a little onion right in here. Y'all see? Little onion going right in here. Mmm. Folks, that garlic and those beans and that onion is already smelling so good for some refried beans. You can buy cans of refried beans. Shortcut this all the way down if you need to, because that's perfectly fine. You all know me. I don't mind a good shortcut. And to be honest with you, if I wanted bean burritos and I did not have beans last night, then that's what I would have done. I would have shortcut it. I'd got me a can of refried beans. But now I will have to say this. I don't like the store-bought refried beans as much as I like my very own. Now this here is one of the Extreme Wellness High Fiber Carb Lean 6 large wraps. I get these at the whole wheat flax seed, 100%. I get these at the Food City. Is it a Food City brand? I don't know. But I buy them every time I go because this is where I get them. Our little local Save-A-Lot does have some regular ones, a lot. And I have found these down there once. But my Food City has them all the time. Now folks, that's all. That's it. That's the complication of this whole thing. Was about a cup of pinto beans mashed up. About a teaspoon of garlic paste. You can use Minced garlic, you can use whole garlic, you can use garlic powder if you're allergic to it. And a little bit of a Texas onion. That was the home recipe. Salt and pepper. That's what's in there right now. I was trying to think, was there anything else I could put in there? I don't know. You know what? I think I'll try. I know this isn't like chicken, but I think I'm gonna put a little lime pepper in it, just for a little bit of flavor. I'm gonna put some Southern Secret in it now that I got my hand on it. So this is Southern Secret onion and garlic. That's just a little dash. And I think just a dash of lime pepper. You know what? Have we used all the lime pepper? I've used it quite a bit here lately. Mama, do you know where the lime pepper is?
I was trying to say right here, but it's not. It's right there in that drawer.
Nope. I've got ranch, and I've got Southern Secret. There it is. Mama was right.
It should be right there.
Lime pepper, but y'all, so I'm going to put just a dash of that in there because I think anything Mexican would be good with a little bit of that in it. So lime pepper and Southern Secret went in there.
Now I sniff on it.
Ooh, it smells good, don't it?
It's spicy.
Oh, it ain't, Mama. Lime pepper ain't spicy.
Oh, it wasn't a lime pepper. It's all of it.
Mama, that's just your basic bean burrito. Y'all can leave any of those out you want. But I just like a little flavor, you know. And since Mama's not eating this, it's a good time for me to add a little flavor. Look, refried beans, deluxe. My mama will leave you some.
That's all right.
How about if I make this big one, cut it in half, and we'll share it?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't want to take your food.
Oh, please. Mama, you ain't taking my food. There's a bunch more beans here. I can make these that quick.
You're putting it in a hot
I could make these.
You could make a lot more.
I could make these for 6 people right here tonight in just a hurry. Yes, ma'am.
Whizzy pig.
Because this ain't nothing. That's what I was just telling you. You can make this quicker than you run through the drive-thru and get one. And y'all know how quick that is. I mean, you're talking simple. You're talking simple when you're talking bean burrito. Clean bowl. Look at that, Mama.
I'm going to set it over on the sink because those burners are yet
Okay.
hot or warm.
And I'm going to put a little of this Texas sweet onion on there. Look at that, how good.
I think that's about.
Can y'all see that? This is simple, folks. This is simple. You think it's what?
Is it what Texas sweet is it?
It's a Texas sweet. Wasn't a Vidalia because they come in next month. And they're just from Vidalia. But to me, they're very close first cousins. And on with the white cheese. Mama, just because you're going to eat a little bit of it. Sour.
I'm not eating none of it.
Huh?
I don't want none of it.
Mama, are you too good to eat with me? Don't you trust my cooking now?
My belly says a shake of this and a shake of that.
Oh, Mama. What did you eat today? What's been your eating? Did you eat anything this morning?
Yes, sir.
What'd you have, Mama?
Egg. I ate egg this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Anything
Aren't you
else?
proud of
I'm
me?
proud of you. What else did you have?
I ate some chicken.
Did you eat some chicken and eggs both today?
Yeah, and I had that BLT photo.
Mama, I'm going to have to give you 2 thumbs up for today's meal. You did really well. You've had some good... No wonder you're not hungry. No wonder you're thinking, I ain't that hungry. All right, folks, here we go. Now we're going to do the magic roll. Come on now. Yeah. So, what I like to do is take this in and tuck it up first. That may not be the proper way. I'm not sure. Then I take this in and pull it over. So now I'm tucked and pulled over. Then I squeeze it all the way down, and then I bring it and pull it back. And then I bring this end up, like that. And now, it's tight at the bottom, loose at the top, ready to go. What do you think about that, Mama? Now, ain't that just like downtown? Maybe not exactly. Mine's bigger than theirs.
It is big.
And it will be tasty. Now, Mama, I'm going to cut it.
I don't want none of it, honest.
Oh, Mama. Do y'all have those picky kids that just can't get them to eat hardly anything?
If I was hungry, I would.
Mama, I'm not talking about you. I was just talking about their kids.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was not even referencing you.
That's not so.
Oh, what?
Just a little, I seen that.
Let's taste it. All right. You're not eating nothing, Mama?
I'm full. I told you I got
Okay. I ain't going to force you because I know how you are when you've eaten. You gave me up, didn't you, tonight?
Well, you know, when it hits
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, it's beyond the
Fresh.
limit.
Let's bless my supper. Dear Heavenly, you're going to at least bless with me?
Oh, yeah.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you, Lord, for the privileges that we have, dear Lord. We thank you for this, the nourishment of our body from this. And dear Lord, speak with each and every prayer request that's turned in. Watch over, lead, guide, and direct us in all that we do and all that we say, dear Lord. In your precious name we pray. Amen. All right, Mama, you ain't going to try it.
No.
Okay, I'm going to give it a try. I know it's delicious. I love eating burritos.
I wonder why you ain't made none in a while. Like you might quit.
Well, 2 reasons, Mama. We didn't have pinto beans in a while.
Well, that is.
And the last 2 times we had them, we ate them all up before we had leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason. I even got some of this, our local store brand taco sauce. It's not like their taco sauce.
Well, let's come up with a lid.
It's like dried on. It's not mold, it's just dried. I guess it was on the outside of the airtight place.
Sticking on the outside of the jar.
I'm going to take some anyway. Because it's still in date and it's still good. It's just that's the dried up. It don't look good, but it's just dried up. You know, it's like dried ketchup always looks dark. It's the same thing. So there it is, Mama. You want a little bitty teeny bite?
No, thank you. Honestly, I'm full.
Well, the BLT is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Wish there had been some more B or L or T. Now, Mama, you didn't have no L.
No, I didn't eat that. You
I know you, Mama. You had a BT
Mm-hmm.
salad dressing.
I had bacon and toasted on bread and salad dressing and tomato.
Mama, don't do the L. Never. No, I do the BLT because I like lettuce. Folks, this is delicious. And as Mama says, you don't have to shake. You can leave 2 or 3 of them out. You can just do the beans and the garlic. Be done with it. But this is delicious. Easy, quick, filling. This will fill me up because it's so big. And it's nothing like what I had last night. So it's a good redo for some beans. You can do a lot of things with beans. I mean, like tomorrow night they may turn into chili. Mom,
Oh, as cold as I am right now. Chili.
we might do chili tomorrow night. Mm-mm-mm.
What you wanted, huh?
Well, not necessarily. I'm like, if I'd had a genie in a bottle and I could have said, yo, genie, hook me
Yo,
up.
Jimmy.
Hook me up with a bacon cheeseburger or even a BLT or even eat a lasagna. But
I'm so full of lasagna, none of that sounds good right now.
it's the truth, ain't it? When you're full,
Yeah, they stuff don't
I'm
sound
gonna use
good.
a sour cream spoon because I ain't gonna put no, I ain't gonna get none out of the bowl. I don't know what I really would have wanted. I've not had my heart set on anything today. Sometimes I get to think about something. I'll call Mama about lunchtime. I'll say, let's have, and she'll say, yeah, that sounds good.
I said, that looks good.
I hate to eat in front of you.
Well, go ahead and eat. I've done ate. I ate in front of Maggie and it didn't bother me a bit.
Mama, you didn't. That's the reason she was telling on you, probably.
She told me.
Did you perk up the ear when I said chili? Tomorrow night, maybe?
Oh, I don't know about that. Tomorrow might be, I might feel warm. Tonight I feel good.
I should have made you some chili for tonight.
I just feel cold. This damp weather, when you get old, bothers you a lot more than what it used to.
Mama told me earlier. I said, it ain't that cold. It's just overcast. She said, rain makes me cold.
It does.
And I asked her, I said, even 4th of July rain or what? She said, anytime it rains, it makes me cold. Now, I ain't that way. Like, in fact, in the summer, it makes me hot.
When I was little, I can remember getting a blanket and wrapping up in it and sitting on the porch swing and watching it rain.
With a cup of coffee, Mama?
No, I didn't drink coffee. But I'd just be cold, but I wanted to listen to it rain and watch it, and I'd have to have a blanket around me. I'd get so cold.
Let me tell you what Mama told me the other morning, and I was,
Don't tell
I
no
was like,
secrets. What?
Mama, really? I wasn't running late, but I wanted to run early. You ever had that problem? You're right on time with your normal schedule, but you're wanting to get on out and get early. So for some reason, Mama was up bright and early, and she had me a cup of coffee, and she had me my to-go coffee, and she had me an egg sandwich, and it was ready to go. And I said, I'm just going to wrap that sandwich up and take it with me, and I'll grab that coffee. Thank you so much. You're so good. I jokingly tell her all the time, this is the best bread and breakfast I ever stayed in. This is fun. And she said, well, I fixed you a cup of, I said, oh, you did? I'll drink some. And she said, no, I'll drink it. You go on, I'll drink that coffee. I said, you're going to drink coffee this morning? She said, I sure am. I've been drinking it every morning.
Not every morning. Just about, though. I drink me a hot cup of coffee.
Details. I was shocked.
This morning, I didn't have coffee.
What'd you have?
I had tea. I warmed me up a cup.
Like a hot tea.
Yeah, I warmed me up a cup of tea and had a good hot cup of tea.
Y'all know we keep a gallon of y'all's tea in the refrigerator at all times. Usually unsweetened.
And you should extra be proud of me. I didn't put one drop of sugar in it.
Mama, you got a big star today on your chart. You know how they do in school? When they,
Plate.
well, not the clean plate, but if you do good all day and the teacher don't get on you, they say you get a star. You've had no sugar in your tea. You've had protein 3 times today.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't wait around for me. At 7 o'clock, you ate early, which is good. I did miss eating with you, though.
It seems a little
But now,
bit.
this ain't normal. I'm not normally this late. This is just a unusual sort of day for being late. You know, I didn't want to speed on the interstate because it was raining.
It's dangerous out there, and it's raining and stuff. Could be slick in places.
Folks, I can't tell you how good this bean burrito is. It's better than theirs. Now, I'm going to tell you flat out. Theirs is more
I don't
convenient.
need to pat you on the back that you made better than ours.
Theirs is more convenient. And I love theirs. It don't taste like theirs either. But it's good. And it's easy. And I just want you all to know that little part. How easy it is and how personal it is. You can do anything you want to with that. You can just do the beans. You can do beans no onions. You can do beans no garlic. You can do beans and sour cream. Just mix it in there while it's hot. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. It's all yours. You can put chili powder in it, cumin. Those are all ingredients that goes in bean burritos. I didn't want that tonight. Or I'd put some of that in there. But they're wonderful and they're easy and they're quick. Thank you for the stars, our Gay Green Atkins. Thank you so much. Hey Sadie, how are you? Okay. That's what you were having. I love bean burritos. Okay, yeah, that's what we're having, Jay. Can you tell us again what you did? Sorry, I missed it. I sure will, Elisa. I just took a cup of beans and I drained them through a spider. Through our little Tupperware spider here. And I'll show you how I done it right here. I just dipped that in there and shook them down. See how it's coming through? And I didn't make sure every little drop was gone. But I did, get them down like that. And put them in there and let them get good and hot. And when they got hot, I mashed them with that into that spider right there, really. And I put a teaspoon of garlic paste. Mama's gonna put it up, but you can use.
I didn't think I had. You moved it.
She did. It's over here. I just use a teaspoon of this, and I just get this off Amazon. It's Old Valley Farms. I'm not sponsored. Don't know. There might be a better one. If there is, drop a line and we'll try it. But you can use garlic powder, you can use cumin, you can use chili powder, whatever you want to in your beans. I used a little bit of y'all's Southern Secret, which is garlic and onion powder, and then I used a little bit of y'all's lime pepper, which is good on anything, and I didn't overpower it or anything. It's very good. And that's just what I put in it, and salt and pepper, and olive oil. Now, I think if I had to say what's a key element to keep it from just being a bean sandwich, it would be that olive oil. That olive oil, I think, is what notches it up for me. And then I put sour cream in there, and I put a little bit of Italian-style cheese. White cheese. But I would use mozzarella if I had it. And that's it. And tomato and onion. And I put a little onion in the beans and let them cook in it real fine. So, other than that, that's all that's the only thing I put in it. But you can do it however you want to. But my thing is, it's so quick and so easy, and it's such a good meal, and it's high protein. And the wrap is extreme wellness, and it's low carb. So I'm counting this as a healthy lunch, a healthy supper, late supper. I didn't want a lot of grease, and I didn't want a lot of heavy, but I did want cereal. And Mama had already eaten a BLT about 4:30, and I thought, I'm going to have this. So, I do like bean burritos, and I do fix them here quite often. When we have extra beans, we had pinto beans yesterday, which means some kind of leftover today. Y'all know that. And maybe again tomorrow we may have chili with them.
Use them.
Thank you, Dee, for those stars. Thank you so much. Ooh, liver and onions.
Somebody's having
Stephanie, did I say liver and onions? Somebody else must be having them. But I'm going to say, yay, liver and onions. Thank you for those stars. Ethan. No, Ellie. Ellen, that white on that little blue background they put on there, it made it hard for me to read with my eyeballs. Hello, John and Momma from Texas. Wow. How's your weather there in Texas, Wilma? Hey, Greg, how are you? This shirt, you can't read on this shirt either. Hello, John and Momma from Washington, D.C.
Wow.
How are you, Sherry? Love and blessings from Oregon, Miss Pam. That's Miss Pam Cleveland. Pam, how are you? And how's Joe doing? So glad to see you.
Yes, glad to hear from you.
Hey, Ginger, how are you? Hey, Jan. Hey, Brian. Y'all be praying for Joe. He's been having some health issues, but the Lord's going to work it out and take care of it. and Miss Pam too, and they're just really special people to us, and we think the world of them. Y'all have heard us talk about them on here many times. Hello, John and Mama from Kim in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Mama, didn't you go to Pennsylvania this summer?
I'm going to Pennsylvania.
Oh.
I've been to Pennsylvania.
I knew she was coming or going.
Goes.
Sorry, Mama, for not keeping up with you. You better that. I knew Pennsylvania had been mentioned, and I knew she wasn't going where we went the last time we were there. But I was thinking that you went about a month ago, but I guess you didn't, did you?
No, I'm going in June. It ain't come yet. You've not missed me till then. You'll have to wait and miss me then.
I'll miss you then, Mama.
Yeah.
When you're really there, I'll know where you are.
Yeah. I could have climbed a ladder or anything.
No.
No.
I started to say, you climb a ladder, I'll know about it. But you slip off to Pennsylvania, I ain't sure if you've been there or if you're coming. She stays on the road. You went somewhere not long ago.
Where did I
You and Rhonda went somewhere.
We went to Virginia to the theater.
Virginia,
To the
Pennsylvania.
Burger Theater.
I knew you went north.
Well, that was kind of east.
I freeze my leftovers. Lynn, that's a good idea, and I'll tell you why. Mom and I started this thing about a year ago. Maybe 2 years ago. Time gets by, and COVID has really messed with my time references. I was telling something about something the other day. It was like time stopped, and I don't count those years that we were in COVID lockdown. And I said, it's been a year. So I said, well, no, it was before COVID, so it's been like 3 years ago. Mom and I started this thing where, like, we made a meatloaf, we made two because you're already making a mess, and you might as well freeze it. If we made chili, we made a big old bowl, big old pot, and we froze half of it, and we'd go back and get it. And then we got to, was just making it again and forgetting about the frozen. Mama, your dog's singing. And we're just not good with frozen. We do freeze sometimes. But why come we're not good at it, Mama? Now we'll freeze meat. Like we'll buy a family pack of pork chops. We'll divide it up to portions and freeze that. And we can remember that.
I don't know why she's a fussing or growling.
She's just standing there growling. But like to make, pinto beans and freeze them, we forget about them. And then we end up using them for chili. So that's a great idea. And if you can keep up with it, I say go for it. Remember, she stayed at half the night. Yes, Angela Britt, she did. I remember that. Laid out to 10 o'clock. My mother running the roads at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And my granny has always said, ain't nothing good goes on after 10 o'clock. You need to be at the house.
I was getting here, coming home. Oh, I know, there was some traffic trouble and we had to take a
I remember.
different route.
I remember. I just thanked the good Lord for cell phones because I'd have been tore all up. My granny, my mama and daddy never did give me a curfew. Never. But let me tell you how she did. She's sneaky. So me and my friends were out one night. I would always be home by 11:30 because that's bedtime here was back in the day. And the reason it was 11:30, and some of y'all can relate, that's when the news went off. And sometimes bedtime was 11:15 because that's when the weather went off. So Mama stayed up for the news, but when the weather went off, usually she'd go into bed. So about 11:15, she said, I'm going to bed. Ain't that true?
Mm-hmm.
So I would always, my self-curfew was, I'd try to be home by 11:30. This is when you was in high school and early college, those years. Well, I didn't come home one night. I thought, I'm grown. I ain't going home no 11:30. So I stayed out to 12:30. Animal. And I come home, and Mama was on the couch watching TV. And
I'm waiting on you to get home.
I said, Mama, why are you up? And she said, well, I can't go to sleep till you get home. And then it was laying there not being able to sleep. So I just sat here and waited on you. Oh, you're in, and you're safe and sound, so I'm going on to bed. That ruined my staying out. Because I knew, on the weekends I would. You know, not late, but I didn't worry as much. But when she had to work, I was home by 11:30. Most time by 11 o'clock, wasn't I, Mama?
Yeah, you was always good about that.
But she never once did they ever say, you be in this house by 12 o'clock or by 11:30 or... But just knowing that she was going to be sitting up, and I knew she had to go up at 4:30, I came on home. Now on the weekends, you know, we would get out. We're country, so we would be out at a bonfire or something. So we might stay out to 12:30 or something on the weekend. But we never did like rally or do all that all-night business and stuff. Now we would go camping a lot, and she knew we wasn't coming home till morning, but that was fine. And it wasn't on a school night. Below our house, y'all see down in those fields, there's two big old. When I say old, I'm talking 200 or 300-year-old oaks.
Well, that I think's coming now.
No, it's down there.
The lightning.
The lightning hit it in a big old limb. It had limbs in it bigger than oak trees. But we mowed and cleaned out a big old area. And we would go down there and camp. Now when I say camp, I'm talking about just in the back of the pickup. You know, stars and pickup. The old-fashioned way. And then we got real smart and we got us a piece of plastic strung over top of us so the dew wouldn't wet us. We thought we was really sophisticated at that point. Mama, you want to tell them what you got mad at me over?
Taking my awning board.
Mama said, what are you doing with my awning board in that truck? And it was one of them old. Now, folks, y'all know. Y'all know it wasn't nothing we was going to tear up. It was heavy. It's a heavy awning board. You know them metal ones? Avocado green. Does that tell you anything? Well, that awning board, if you're a camper, I'm not talking about RV camper. If you're a country camper, get you an awning board. Go to the thrift store, find you a good awning board. You take all that padding off from it that they iron on, and it's a metal table, adjustable. You can lower it down and set it a chair and use it for a table. You can pop it up, put your Coleman stove on it. You can prepare your food on it. It's like having a little traveling countertop. Now, Coleman, don't you go out and invent an awning board and call it a traveling table? Well, you talk to me. You heard it here first. And that's what we would use. And I bring it back and put it back where it went, though. Put the cover back on it.
And you clean it up always.
I clean it up. But the first time she caught me with it, she's like, you're not taking my iron board. I said, yes, Mom, I am. That would be perfect. I don't have no table. That was before folding tables. We had folding tables, them big old heavy things, you know. They weren't them Lifeway plastic ones. But we would take that iron board, and that was our only civilization, that and a Coleman stove. And you can do some good cooking on it. When I take, somebody said something, you know, I freeze leftovers chili. Oh yeah. But I would take an ironing board, probably the only person around that packing an ironing board. And I'll tell you something else I got too. And I got cussed out over it. And this was at a campground. So Mama's always dealt with flowers. You know, we had a flower shop, and so we had those flower stands that you put wreaths on and take it to the cemetery and you poke it in the ground and it holds up. It's a triangle looking thing. Y'all know what it is, and they're green. And they just happen to be Coleman green. The same as a Coleman lantern. So we had years used those to hang our lanterns on when we would fish at the ponds. we would take one of those racks, we would stick our lantern on it, it hung right perfectly in it, and you could see. You didn't have to worry about kicking it over. It was great, wasn't it, Mama?
Yeah, safe.
Safe. So we took it to a campground. We were in a tent then. We were older. We were, we'd grown up a little bit. Then when I'm talking about camping in the back of the truck with the iron board and a piece of plastic draped over the truck bed, that was our 16, 17-year-old years. When we got to really driving a lot and going far, we would camp and carry on. So I had taken that fire stand to the campground. 2 of them. Big time. And I had 2 Coleman lanterns, one on each side of the camp, so it would slide up the campground. This was more primitive type camping. And this guy comes up to us. We was, there was people around us, but he comes up and he says, if you don't mind me asking you, where did you get that Coleman lantern stand? And I said, that's not a Coleman lantern stand. I said, that's just something we've got together. I said, it's a flyer stand. Really? And we just hang our lanterns on it. And he held his hands up. All right, never mind. And he said some choice words. And he said, if you don't want to tell me, don't tell me. I said, no, really, sir. That's what it is. It's a flyer stand. He said, buddy, it's Coleman green. It fits your lantern perfectly. I'll find me one. Don't worry about it. He walked off. Now there's an opportunity as an example of just minding my own business and getting all kinds of... He was mad because I wouldn't tell him where I got it. I was telling him. Right at the fire shop. So if you have access to those, and you campers, or you people who use lanterns, do people even use lanterns anymore? How old am I?
They do.
I'm talking about them. Sure, Mama, they use lanterns. Y'all use lanterns, don't you? They work, and people will think it's a Coleman lantern stand, and they will tell you in sure words and unsavory words. He was mad. I've had a bunch of people ask me about them, and I always tell them they always go, really? Well, I'll get me, and they'll go and they'll say, oh, I'll talk to them maybe later, and they say, yeah, we got some of them. They're great. So they do work, and they're great. Once again, Coleman, if you're out there, don't you make them without calling me. Years and years and years ago, that's how we carried on. Let's see, who else is out there? Hey, Kathy, how are you? Hey, Nancy. Hey, Angela. Oh, thank you, Angela Britt. Hey, Jackie. They are called easels. Yes, Jackie, they are. Flyer stand. I call them flyer stands. Mama calls them easels. About spilled the beans. Was keeping it a secret. So funny. Yeah, he thought I was, David. He thought I was just not wanting to tell him for some reason. Or like, I thought if I'd bought them somewhere, I'd say, yeah, I got that at TG&Y. Because that was about the time when TG&Y was our store. That was BWM, before Walmart. I mean, Walmart was probably out there, it just wasn't here. It was at TG&Y. Did you all have a TG&Y and a Hex? We did. Major Christmas shopping. We went to Hex and TG&Y. Always. Hi, John and Momma. Hey, Gat, how are you? And hey, Pam, how are you? Does Mama quilt? Pam, I don't know if she does or not. Mama, do you have quilted?
Years and years ago. I've not done nothing like that in a long time.
She's got some girls on some Dutch girls on some squares
Got some
that she pieced together.
embroidery squares.
Embroidery. So that was her old hobby. Now she does a lot of crocheting when she takes a notion. Mama, it's cold. Maybe you can crochet tomorrow.
I might have.
It's not cold though. It's 70 degrees, and the heat's on here. Is your heat on?
Well, you quit fussing about my heat.
Mama, I was just simply asking a question of our friends. I just thought, there was this time in the year when everything was off. I remember when I was a kid there was. Yes, there was. It was like, first of all, we didn't have central air. We had a window air conditioning unit. And we wasn't allowed to turn that on till August, seemed like.
Oh, Johnny.
Mama. It wasn't. It was good and hot when we turned it on. Back in the day. Dad said, don't turn that thing on yet. When was it?
When it got hot.
Like how hot?
Well, it had to be way up there.
It wasn't when I got hot.
No, but you always got hot too early. You was always hot natured.
I got hot too early.
You get hot in December.
I never did ask for it to be on in December. I was asking in July.
Oh.
You know, Mama. And we didn't build fires either until
Up in October.
late after Halloween, which is 31st.
No, it was late October.
We had space heaters, and we would plug one of them in. But when we really built a fire, because Mama's idea was Mama's idea. We had coal fires back then, but everybody did around here. Once you build a fire, you never let it go out. So you just built one a year, and you just kept it going, didn't you, Mom?
Yeah.
And she used to go down, or her and Dad, whoever, and I would say, I'm going to go bank the fire.
The furnace.
Go bank it. I never did know what that meant. And I asked Mama one night, so what's banking the furnace mean? What's it mean, Mama?
You're putting enough stuff on it and it's slow to keep it to burning all night long.
And how'd you bank it? Did you put the draft down low?
You closed it off just about it.
The time I got old enough to do the fire business, we'd gone central. Thank God, because I wouldn't have been a good firekeeper. There would have been some cold mornings. Just saying. And then I would have been like my daddy. I'd probably smoke the house out.
He could smoke it up good when he went.
I remember that.
That's the reason I didn't let him go do much of it.
Oh, memories of childhood. Folks, we kept you on here long enough for a bean burrito. That's all I had tonight. I'm sorry. I planned on cooking a little tonight. I had.
Yeah.
But I really hadn't even decided what I was going to fix yet. I'd gotten to the point where I was saying, what can we have? What's available? Mama was letting me know, but that's
You're
life.
gonna have to get home earlier.
That's life. It turns. It churns. It turns. Mama, I feel like you starved to death.
Oh, believe me.
You can have the rest of that bean burrito.
Well, thank you, but I don't want it.
Thank you, but no thanks. I don't want that mess. She's been nice because y'all are here. But if it was just me, she'd say, I don't want your mess.
That's right.
I've done told you, I don't want that mess. And then sometimes I'll say, Mama, what did you eat today? And she'll say, it don't matter what I've eaten, I ain't eating that. And snarls her nose out. Could hurt my feelings. Show them how you start. Come in this other room. Come in this other room.
I'm in this room.
Show them how you snarl your nose up.
I'm not going to do that. We good.
Folks, we have such a good time with y'all, and we appreciate y'all for being here. We really do. I think y'all said yesterday or day before this restocking everything, so that peach tea will be back. We love that peach tea. We love their regular tea. We keep a gallon of each going at all times now. And when we're out of it, I don't know what we'll do. I really don't. I'm going to have to order up some and say, I got to stock up. It's like a rare commodity. Now, they had two little baggies yesterday. And he said he was giving it away in a Yeti cooler. I bet he gave that away today. Anyway, one of them had an R on it. And one of them had a W. Now, I think the R may have been raspberry. I was just guessing.
Watermelon.
Mama says the watermelon tea. Could there be?
Well,
I don't know, but it was too simple.
Wintergreen. I'm trying to think of those. I don't think that would be good.
I don't know. Do y'all know?
Wild berry.
Wild berry. Now that would be a good tea, probably wild, but I don't know. He didn't say. He just kind of was a mystery. So I'm anxious to see those flavors now. He acted like it wasn't tea in them bags. He said if it even is tea, it was tea. Come on, Darian, it was tea with an R and a W. Watermelon.
I would go with wild berry, maybe.
Or watermelon. But I think the R is a raspberry because he said it could be radish. Come on, Derek. We know it's raspberry, surely to goodness. Can't wait to find out. Going over to their webpage, type in at the end when you get ready to pay the code JOHN, John, all capital letters, and they'll give you 10% off everything you buy just because you've seen it here. And we get a point that says, these people came and shopped with us because you all told them your code. So that's what the whole thing about. Now, all the influencers that are doing cooking shows, Kimmy, Mama Sue, Miss Annie, Kaysen, Missy, all those folks got their own codes. And you'll hear them talking about it. But we're all on the same thing together. We're not really in competition. It's just for fun. And so if you've seen theirs, it's the same deal, 10% off. And we all get along. We're all good, we're all friends. So we're not in competition, but I'd like to get more points than them. I'm joking. Just try the tea. That's what it's all about. It's about them.
It's good.
Giving you all a discount for using one of our codes. And we appreciate, every one of us appreciates it. Another thing I'm going to announce for Mama Sue, she don't need my help. I think she does, because she don't. But she's such a super sweet lady, and Harold is such a great guy. She started a new page today, a brand new page, Home with Mama Sue. So go over and like her page. I'm going to tonight when I settle down. So she's going to have some home stuff, and then she's going to keep her cooking, keep her Monday, Wednesday, Friday cooking, and she's going to have a home page. So check her out. She says she'll be showing the grandbabies and doing other things on her home thing and showing her house and different stuff like that. What she's doing is she's organizing hers for cooking and for people. Where me and Mama just come on here and that's it, whatever it is, we just do.
We're not organized.
But support her. Mama Sue is a wonderful lady. Thank the world to Mama Sue. She helped us with our cookbook, their church cookbook, and we just got to know her and just thank the world of them. And if you talk with her off camera, she's the same special, sweet Christian lady, sharing light. And I mean, just what a wonderful example of a good Christian person. Just like my mama. She's a lot like my mama. They have talked and decided they're a lot alike, don't you, Mom?
You say we're a lot alike. I believe I'm that good.
Mama, you're wonderful. Mama, you're in the other room. This camera makes you look like you're so far away. Can y'all see Mommy? Can y'all see the little lady in the camera?
Yeah, they can see me.
Wake up, Mama. I think she dozed off.
I'm going to have to leave you because you got that fan on me.
I think she did. Mama, I can turn it off. It's on the low.
You'll get hot if you do.
No, I'll be fine. It's just when we're cooking I get hot. Sometimes I'll say, Mama, either I can breathe and we can have the fan on one notch, or I can turn it off and I'll just have to pass out. Folks, y'all have a blessed night. Enjoy yourselves. Mama's not starving. Don't turn me in for not feeding her. She's been fed today 3 times, it sounds like. But this is late. This is just late. Just late. Mama had a doctor's appointment this week. Doctor says she's great. Her weight's great. Health is great.
I'm gaining weight though. That's bad.
How are we going to tell them, Mama?
Well, I'm confessing.
Don't
I was doing good, but I'm eating too much.
Is that the reason you're not eating tonight?
No, I'm full. I told you I've ate all day today.
I'm going to have to get one of them cameras hooked up in here. I can monitor her.
I threw a towel over it too.
She watches too much Columbo. She'd figure it out. She'd be like, no, we ain't done that. Mama, say goodbye. Say goodnight, because it's bedtime.
Yeah, it's getting close to bedtime.
It's getting dusky dark. I'm going to take that baby out and let her roam a while.
Yeah, she's got to go out, check everything out. It was raining a while ago when she wanted out. So she darted out there and that rain was coming down. So guess what?
I've got to plug up the mosquito thing.
She ran right back in. She didn't want to stay out in the rain.
I've got to plug up the mosquito thing.
Yeah, they're going to come.
It takes a few weeks for them to get into the cycle or whatever, because we've got one of those that pulls them down into a basket. We do have a zapper, but not out there. This is a Dyson thing or something. I don't know, but you got to plug it up a week or two and let them get a pattern, it says. I use it every year. I keep it plugged up, and at this time of year it needs to be plugged back up. So Maggie don't have to worry about them. Good night, folks. I'm rambling, and I've taken a rabbit trail.
Yeah.
You got to watch me. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful night.